All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. All right. And I think I'm going to entitle this lesson, The Biggest Thief in the World Accuses Me of Being a Thief. All right. And so this is a situation. I do deliveries or whatever. And sometimes you go to the store and you shop for people. And there was one store, it's a store called Aldi's or whatever. And they got this system where you put a quarter into the cart to use it, and then you plug it back into the system and you get your quarter back. Okay. And so I went to the carts and there was a loose cart. It wasn't plugged in. So meaning the quarter was still in it. But people had continued to put, it's like an interlocking system. So people kept putting more carts into the back of the one cart. And so I walked up to the cart like, okay, let me get this quarter out and lock it in and go get another cart, because people will leave the carts up there for people to use, And when I'm doing deliveries, I'm like, hey, I'll just use this free cart if there's one there, and I'll use it. That's why people leave them. Okay. So I went to get the cart. Next thing you know, these two Edomites walk up. Well, at first it was the one Edomite, probably about mid-30s, 40s. And I was messing with the cart, and he's just looking at me like, what you doing? I'm like, okay, I'm trying to get the quarter out the cart, And I'm like, so he walks up, I'm like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. You're going to go ahead and get a cart. Like I stopped messing with him for a second so he can go ahead and get him a cart. But Esau's so concerned about what I'm doing. He's like, yeah, just go ahead and put the little mechanism in there and try to get the quarter out. I'm like, Esau, why are you worried about what the hell I'm doing, bro? Go in the store, get you a cart, go in the store, And I'm like, it's not working or whatever. So I started doing it. And I'm like, I'm not going to, start shit with Esau while I'm sitting up here at the store. So I'm at work. So I'm like, whatever. So I'm trying to get the quarter out. It's not coming out. Then here comes this old ass Edomite, slavery day Edomite, wrinkly ass, Edomite, And I could have sworn I heard him say out of his mouth, he's probably gonna steal it. He's probably gonna steal it. Steal what, nigga? They leave quarters in the carts so that people who come up and want a free cart can grab it. But here it goes. The biggest thief on the planet Earth comes up and accuses me of trying to steal a cart that somebody left up here for people to use. So now all of a sudden I'm stealing. Anytime it's Jake, it's stealing, But when it's Esau, it's foraging. When Esau goes through a disaster, you so-called white people, you hypocritical motherfuckers, when y'all go through a disaster and y'all take stuff from stores and you loot stores, you don't call it looting. You call it, the families were foraging for survival. They were trying to survive. But anytime so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans get into a disaster and they raid a store, or they go through a store and try to get supplies. Look at these looters. Look at these evil criminal looters. They don't deserve to live. But you Edomites can go, forage for food and stuff. But Jake can't, The biggest thieves in the world, the people who have stole people's heritages, stole people's lands. They have the nerve to come up and call you a thief over some little shit. They ain't got nothing to do with you. Esau want to be the police officer of the whole damn world, man. Micah 2:2. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. This is the Edomites. Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand, and it's in the power of you Edomites' hands to practice your every whim and dream and evil device that you've concocted against Jake, man. It's in your power to do so. Starting with you low-level police officers. Hell, even you civilians can get away with shit against Jake, because this is your kingdom, man. And then up to the police officers, because you have basically a license to kill in this society. You judges, If you Edomites were to form a mob mentality and start lynching niggas again, there'll be very little resistance. You know? And that's what's coming, man. Race wars are coming, man. You know? Let's get this. Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And this is, you know, this is some of the signs of the end. You know, Matthew 24:3. And as he said upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? You know. And one of those signs is nation rising against nation, you know, people against people, man, kingdom against kingdom, man. These Edomites, these so-called white people versus Jake, you know, and so on and so forth, man, you know. All right, Micah 2:2, and they covet fields. They covet fields. They desire to have your land, and they take them by violence. You know, one of the fields I can remember being taken by violence was out in poppy fields over there. Which, hey, man, they're taking much more than that. But that's just what comes to mind right now, man. And houses, and take them away. They covet fields and take them by violence. And they covet houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. You the biggest thieves in the damn world. And you gonna have the nerve to come and talk to me about stealing a fucking quarter that somebody left out there. You know what I'm saying? To put in the cart so you can use it. Let me be, man. You know? Let's see here. Yeah, the Most High gonna destroy you Edomites, you little proud little Edomites, man. Habakkuk chapter 1, you know, because you are the modern day Chaldeans, man. And the Most High set you up to be thieves. But whenever somebody else does something to you that you feel like it's affecting you, then now all of a sudden, you know, you want to be all super harsh on them. But when your punishment comes, you want to bitch up, man. And that's the same damn spirit of Cain that was on Esau, man. When Esau had to pay the consequences for what he did, he started crying like a little girl, man. Well, my birthright, I want to be blessed. You sold it already, Esau. It's too late now. You know? It's too late, man. So lucky if I'm a little too loud. Move this mic back a little bit. You already sold it, Esau, okay? And the same thing with Cain. He killed his brother. I ain't my brother's keeper. What you mean? The punishment that you put on me is too hard for me to bear. I can't take it. But you wasn't saying that when you was killing niggas. You wasn't saying that when you was killing niggas. You see? Ecclesiasticus 41:7. The children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake. You see? Verse 6, actually. The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. You know? Yeah, man, that's what's coming to you, Edomites, man. Verse 10, all that are of the earth shall turn to earth again, so the ungodly shall go from a curse to destruction, man. So the curses is going to turn upon you. You're going to be slaves in the kingdom of heaven. Then after that, you're going to be completely wiped out. You Edomites, you so-called white people, man. You got it coming, man, for all the atrocities you've done on the planet Earth. You know? Habakkuk 1. And like I said, because you are the modern day Chaldeans. 1 and 6. For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation. A bitter and hasty nation. And that's you Edomites. Y'all some bitter people, man. Matter of fact, Hebrews 12, and I can start at 14. Follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of the Most High, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. Why? Let's continue. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. And Esau is bitter as well. You don't want to be bitter like Esau. Esau's a little bitter ass little nigga, man. Esau's a little bitch, man. For real. You know? Because he wanna get angry at you when you ain't doing nothing but minding your damn business, but he can go mess with everybody else and expect to be left alone. It don't work like that, man. Habakkuk 1:6. I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadth of the land to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs. They are terrible and dreadful. Their judgment and their dignity shall proceed of themselves, you know. And so this is, this part here is twofold, because their judgment and their dignity shall proceed of themselves, where their judgment, they use their own mind to justify their actions. That's one part of it. But let's just get this, because there's a saying. It says your reputation precedes you. Right. See, look, writing of origin of your reputation precedes you. All right. Precede means to come before, and reputation means the beliefs or opinions held about someone. Therefore, this expression is fairly literal. If your reputation precedes you, it means people have heard things about you before they actually meet you. These things can be positive or negative. Now, when you look at the Esau, the so-called white man, the Americans, what they like to call them, their reputation precedes them. They're becoming a proverb and a byword. When these other nations talk about Edomites, look at how, especially you American Edomites, man. Even the French have a saying about the Americans. The Americans have this perception. You Edomites in America have this perception that everybody receives of you. You're ignorant, you're stupid, you're bossy. You these different things. Your reputation precedes you, man. They know about you before you even get there, man. They can also be true or false, for that matter. Sometimes people's reputations are built upon gossip and rumor, so it is only after meeting someone that he or she can correct the record about his or her reputation. And your reputation that precedes you, of you being ignorant, of you being condescending, which means you look down on other people, of you being assholes, you Edomites, especially here in America. That reputation is true, man. That reputation that precedes you is true. That's why it says, and their dignity shall proceed of themselves. Because people know, people can already, their judgment and their dignity. We know these people lack judgment, we know that they lack judgment, and we know that they have little to no dignity, and so it proceeds, it comes before them. We understand, they already know who you are, man, before you get there, man. So yeah, man, I just want to, go ahead and go in on that, man, John, because, hey, man, I just thought that was very interesting. I went about my day. I didn't make a big deal out of it, but I marked it down like I'm gonna make a lesson about this, because that's, it made me mad. Here it is. I'm up here trying to just do my job. There's a free cart up here, and you try to make me feel bad for grabbing the free cart or trying to get the quarter out the cart so I can get a free cart. You got some nerve, Esau. The cart was there to be free. I come to take advantage of the free cart that ain't got nothing to do with you, and I get accused of being a thief. Nigga, I'm at work. You see? He ain't gonna do nothing but steal it. I can't wait to get you Edomites in the kingdom, man. I can't wait for you till you pay for everything that you've done, because you make Jake pay triple and double for the little things that they do in your justice system. But you get off scot-free, man. You get paid leave. You get acquitted when all the evidence is there that you actually did the crime. You got hell to pay, man. And it's gonna be a beautiful day, man, when you get the big payback. It's gonna be a beautiful day, man. John 10 verse 10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they may have life and that they may have it more abundantly. But that's all you Edomites, you so-called white people are here to do, man. To kill, steal, and destroy, man. You know? And that's what's gonna come back on you, man. You know? Alright. All honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopefully elect. With that, I'm going to say shalom.